Have you heard the news? Mark Zuckerberg is now trying his hand at beef farming. The Meta founder is raising cows at his 1,500-acre estate in Hawaii. Writing on Instagram, Zuckerberg said that the cows will eat macadamia meal and drink beer, and that he wants the whole process to be local. Zuckerberg clearly doesn't care about the environment, because if he did, he would know that being local does not mean a thing, since greenhouse gas emissions from the transportation sector make up a very small amount of the emissions from food, 0.5% of total emissions for beef to be exact. And what you eat is far more important than where your food travelled from. Stick to social media, Mark Zuckerberg. Just like Elon Musk, you do not have a clue. Have you heard the news?
And there you go. Another robot like Elon Musk, thinking he's going to do good by raising cows to slaughter and abuse and feed who? The earth, and give everyone cancer, heart disease. Good boy, Mark. Stick to what you do shitty, and that's Meta or Facebook, and steal from others like the brothers, right? What a piece of crap that guy is. So, here we are, brothers and sisters, and a nice crash for you. Do not fear. What do you expect? There's always going to be a retracement, and there you go. We were just down to 43, back up at 46. Is that right? No, it's not. I was going to say, that doesn't make much sense. I have no fear. Good sell-off, good opportunities to buy. Hard to be bullish sometimes when the stuff happens. Not for me. It's okay. When you listen to someone like George, it can be a little annoying, but the truth of it is when you're holding bags and you expect something like this to pump after incredible news, it pisses you off. But you know what? A lot of the pump was built into it over the last month and a half of anticipation. So people are taking profits. People have been holding on to Bitcoin forever, taking profits. Manipulation, pushing it down to get it cheaper because they know the influx of money coming in. I mean, billions upon billions on the first day of the ETF. You know, the truth of the matter is the ETF, the OTCs, which is where they are buying from, will dry up eventually. Then they will have to go to the spot market. You know, you have a BlackRock, Grayscale trying to go OTF with Coinbase, then they'll say no, we don't have it for you right now. Then they will have to go to miners. They will have to go elsewhere, eventually to the spot market. That will drive up price. It'll all be driven up eventually. But you have to expect this. Don't let it shake you out. Don't let it shake you out. Ethereum kicking butt. A little retracement back here, but you know, ETF on everyone is pushing that this is going to be very soon. It's not. They have, I believe, until August, and if Gary's still in charge, he will reject it, because the reason he got pushed into this one was nothing more than the lawsuit. And you know, everyone says, "Oh, BlackRock calling him, pushing him, to, you know, saying he has a job after this." That could be, but no one knows. No one knows what's going on between Larry Fink and Gary Gensler. Give me a break. Anyone who says they do, they don't have a clue. Certainly it's possible, but no one knows, except for the two of them. So, do not panic. As I've been saying, if you still have that dry powder, be cautious, make your moves. Some FUD going on about big 40-50% reductions at Near Protocol. I don't like to hear that in their marketing division. That's not great. And I have a ton of Near, and I have high hopes for it. Still not getting killed, but it's a little frustrating to see something like that. Helium, kicking butt. Blur, kicking butt. Keeping my eye on that. Biggest losers, at least on Coinbase here. You can see. Nothing too crazy. Pangolin, I'm long it. 11 cents. Not a great one there. C, got quite a bit of that. It was holding strong, I believe, around 67 cents. So I was thinking if we were going to drop to 60, I will buy some. Let's see some of these retracements. Had a nice pump yesterday. Back to it, back to that 36 range. I don't want to see stacks taking a hit, but it's staying strong, you know, above 150. You know, it drops to 150, picking up a big bag. Already have quite a bit, but I really feel once Bitcoin comes back, and you know, right now, I would say with the majority of people, it's not very bullish right now. They're scared, and that's retail. You know, they're disappointed. They thought everything was just gonna skyrocket, and many things did. Nothing to be afraid of. It's okay. This is perfectly normal. You know, we have shakeouts, and we will for the next year and a half have shakeouts. Nothing can go straight up, right? And we haven't been going. You know, we've had a little bit of sideways action on the majority of the market. Fetch AI might be getting into good territory there for just nab some. So how are we looking? You know, one thing that's very interesting, if you look at market cap, right? 1.7 trillion. Okay, that's our market cap. Look at what we have here. Apple, 2.9. Microsoft, 2.9. Aramco, 2.2. You know, so we're getting in between here. So that's not bad. If you really look at, you know, the largest companies in regards to market cap, look at 800 billion in regards to Berkshire Hathaway. Have fun with that, Buffett and Charlie Munger, rest your soul. So, nothing too crazy, nothing to fret about. You know, in regards to the ETF, like I said, Larry Finks is very happy with this, right? But do not assume if Gensler is still here, which I can't imagine, August, but you know, I mean, if you listen to people, they think he was going to be gone a year or two ago. I mean, no one knows. You know, that's up to Biden. You know, and he's vying for the Treasury job, which would be horrible. You know, we already have Yellen in there. That's a joke, but you know, it is what it is. Do not assume that he would. You know, he can't even come out and say if it's a security or not. Do not assume that he is going to approve on the first round an ETF. You know, pressure from BlackRock or not. It's the first round. We'll see. Now, if he does have a job going with them, that's a possibility. But I mean, he couldn't even give a good statement about the approval of the ETF for Bitcoin the other day, covering his butt on the volatility, which, you know, proves him right today. That's for sure. You know, I'm sure people are in Congress are saying, "See, told you so." Don't fall in. Don't give them your Bitcoin. Don't fall for this. It is not. Don't let them shake you out. And you know, 43. Not a big deal. Good buys here, you know. XRP, stablecoin boy, stablecoin, right? Can't get above that 61 cents. And on a day like today, for it to hold at 58, I'm good with that. You know, it's not a time to accumulate more. It's not in that range. I have no anticipation of accumulating anymore. I keep pondering back and forth, but I've got enough. You know, time to spread around to other things that I will actually think will boom when sentiment it gets back. You know, right now I'm thinking, you know, when we hit something like this on a Friday and Thursday, you know, going into the weekend, we could have a long weekend ahead of us. I don't want to say it could drop or it could go up, but you know, my gut tells me we're going to have a pretty good recovery in regards to getting back to where we were before the drop. Certain things like SUI, which is rallying pretty good right now and has had a couple good days, and you know, all the other layers in regards to like optimism, and ARB is doing pretty good. Where's Polygon in this 89 cents? I mean, how does it get blown away by freaking Arbitron and optimism? It blows me away that crap like that happens. I mean, when is it Poly's turn? Definitely pumping on the thought of just Ethereum pumping. You know, Ethereum Classic always goes behind it. It's a nothing project. I bought Ethereum Classic, I believe, before I did Ethereum. I sold it ages ago, but I believe that I bought that before Ethereum on the count of price, you know, early on, and I did fine on it. You know, I think you'll be fine on it if people just want to use it as a trade. and a longer trade, not actual trade, the short time frame. But you'll make money on it. I bought it, I believe, $7 last 2 bear runs ago, something like that. Look at OP doing good. And near, with all the FUD and everything out there, holding at almost 360. Can't go wrong. Objective. A lot of these that had the huge run up, and I mean great run ups, including Solana, Injective, Fetch AI, unbelievable run ups, they have taken a back seat, which is unfortunate. But everything has its turn. Then it goes sideways, and then it pops up again. Hey, Metal Mania. Yeah, it does have nostalgia, but people are gonna make money off of it. I don't care. I think it's it's not Ethereum. It has no utility and actual value to it. But if someone wants to buy it and sell it at $40 or something, they certainly could. But they're not gonna get 7, 8, or more $1,000 out of it like Ethereum is gonna go eventually. Yeah. I'm not staking mine. I think it's good to do. It's just not for me. I don't want any locks or anything like that. I think they're going to come down hard on staking. What are you thinking of the crash we're having here? It's not shaking you out, right? I mean, Ethereum's certainly holding strong. What a great job you did the other day transferring ADA into Ethereum. You couldn't have picked a better time. I love Injective though. I'm hoping, we have some shakeout a little bit this weekend. Sunday concerns me a little bit because it's been such a good sell-off, and we're not having great news out there. With everyone talking about CPI is going to be okay, inflation's looking good. It's not. Inflation's not looking good. In certain sectors it is, but I mean overall, food and transportation, it's looking good, but overall it's not great. I think for the majority, the economy here in the U.S. is doing pretty good, but we're getting some shitty macro news as of late, and some of that is hurting the sentiment. But that's okay. Better prices for us. Just holding, I think. God, I hate how this heart is here on my thing. I can't read what you're writing. I think the action comes into. Yeah, I agree. The action. I think it'll come before 2025. What concerns me. Yeah, exactly. I'm not locking my shit up for anything. No way, not happening. I don't know how people lock their stuff up. Maybe you did for Ethereum for a year or two. I just wasn't going to do that. I agree. Who knows though? I agree that theoretically and historically, 2025 should be amazing. But who the hell knows what is going to happen macro-wise? Are we going to be in a war here in America with Iran at that point? Right, I'm hoping not, but we are certainly bombing some of the boys, Houthis, that are bombing us out at sea. So who knows what's going to happen, because our bull run was cut so short last time. We don't know. Nobody knows when they say we're just beginning, and we get to the halving, and then there's a crash after the halving or a pullback, and then the true fun begins. Theoretically, yes. But we don't know. Exactly. We can exactly. I think we're going to do great before if everything stays the way it is right now in regards to the world, and we get some improvement and some good news. I don't like what happened with the CPI the other day. It just ticked up a little bit, which is a bullshit number anyways, CPI. But my concern is the Fed. What is the Fed going to do? If the Fed remains and they don't pivot and they don't raise, we'll be okay. If they happen to raise, which I don't think they will do, that would be ugly. If they lower rates, which I don't think they will do, I think they are going to remain the same on rates here in the U.S. We'll be fine. It'll be great. If they happen to pivot and lower rates at all, holy cow, then that would be a huge sign, and that we will see an early bull run for that. But I truly believe, in my heart, I believe you're right. We just don't know. The halving is not far from now. But we don't know what's going to happen, but between now and then. And so I have reservations, but I have Coinbase One, which is where I do my buying, is just rolled over. So I've got a nice hunk ready to go. I'm just picking my moves very, I've bought so much over the last month and a half, and before that, but a month and a half, I've got a stack just waiting to make a move, but I'm unsure of where to go. I've made so many blunders in regards to not jumping in. It is killing me. Meta's Dow, I was going to buy at $23, and that would have been just a huge buy, and I just didn't pull the trigger. I turned my back. I literally in a couple days I had to do a couple things, and I wasn't in the market, and I just saw it go up to $80, and now I'm pushing $104, and that's a ETH, ETH's mom, Victolic's mom's project. Yeah, well, what you're invested in, you're not going to lose anything. You're good to go. You're a little more conservative, and you're in stable stuff that is going to have a very nice return. Period. Period. And I have that too, but I have a lot that is more of a gamble. And I don't mean a gamble where I'm going to lose on it. A gamble on, is it going to be 2 times, or is it going to be 50 times gain? So a lot that, I don't know about you, but that I blundered on that annoys me. Even helium, watching that, just not pulling the trigger on these. You know, I bought C instead of Sui. I think C is going to have its time. It already has had its decent pump, but why I went out with that one. This one pumps. Isn't that the way it goes? I know you're more into the ETH and more stable stuff, but some of these ones just that you look at, and it's like, damn it, when I pulled the trigger on those, drive you crazy. I don't know about you, but we've had 15 inches of snow here. It's coming back now. We had a 2-hour break and getting another 12. We're getting like 2 inches an hour for the next few hours. Good stuff. And as I was saying before, our market cap, we're at one point, people think we're going to get to a $10 trillion market cap this run. How the hell is that possible? And work calls. Don't they know I'm doing a stream? Yeah, ARB is definitely decent, and I was going to get in at 70 cents, and Optimism too. I don't like the tokenomics on either of them, but I think we have time. They got some serious unlocks coming, and but I think it'll be fine. That's probably. Thank you for the heads up on that. We have a horrible connection. I'll probably get off in a couple of minutes because we have a snowstorm. It's killing the internet, killing it. So I'm very shaky right now. Yeah, I think you can't lose with that. How's it now? How's the volume now? And I don't even think it's the volume, it's more my connection. Yeah, let me know. Volume any better? Is the more of the signal? Is it in and out still? If it's out, I'll jump off. As I was saying before, we have a 1.7 trillion. We are falling right in between these, right here. Perfect, good. So we're not too far behind this, right? And people think we're getting to a $10 trillion market cap. Like I said, I think that is going to be a lot more difficult than people. I love how optimistic, and I usually tend to be on the more optimistic side, but I'm really more of a realist. To most people throwing out $10 trillion market cap this run, they throw it out so optimistically that for sure it's going to happen. I just, okay, I hope so. We'll be sitting good, but we have a long way to go. It's not easy. It's extremely difficult to get $1 trillion in market cap, to add on to that, to add on another 8.3 is no laughing matter. I don't follow ENS. Look at my signal. Look at that. Snowstorm, killing it. killing me. They even gave me ETH. What is going on with that? Oh, don't know them. Yeah, I've actually seen a lot of people talking about them. I just tend to not look at the Ethereum name tokens except for Ethereum and Classic. Huh. All right. I'll have to look deeper into this and get back to you. I'll dig into that. Hmm. Ethereum serves protocol for human readable crypto addresses a decentralized domain. Okay. Open source, distributed, and oh, I like it. Now I'm gonna check this out. I'll look deeper into it and let you know. I say company value. All right, I'll look into this because he is just a lot of people are giving up on Ethereum who are heavy into it, and then are looking more of the layers on it. I like that. I'm not giving up on Ethereum. You have to be crazy too. It's gonna, you know, it there's no, I don't think it's going to flip Bitcoin, but one never knows. Yeah, I'll look deeper into this and let you know. I'm telling you, MetaStyle, that is, Vitalik's mom, that was just, it's had an unbelievable pop as soon as I started really investigating into it. I mean, it's just done amazing, and I really dropped the ball on that. I don't think it's too late to buy it. It's like $4 billion. But look at it. No, it's crazy. Check this out. Look at that. This is when I was looking at it, and there, right there. Look at how, look at the circulating supply. That's why it literally popped in a matter of no time. Just look at over the. Look at how. Okay, this is where I'm in, and I'm looking, and boom, just starts, after day. Never looking back, and I don't think it will until the next. It keeps this momentum up. It's with the $4 billion market cap. I'm sorry, 4 million. It could be at 500 in no time. Yes, no, I agree with you in regards to BTC. BTC is definitely a commodity. Many of these are companies, though. I mean, the majority of decent ones, they're companies that are trying to produce something, but most of them, they're just ideas, software, if you will. And my internet is bogging down. Well, I'm sure this market isn't shaking you out at all. I'm looking at this as a great, we need this. We have to have, we didn't want it like this news to come in and us to just start popping like crazy. It would do us no good. We have to have a shakeout. Oil, fiat, gold. Yeah. Yes, I would agree, but a lot more money in this than any of those. Been holding gold forever, and it's fine. It's a store of value. Look at that. That really, of all the ones I've missed on that I've didn't have the balls to pull the trigger on, the Metastyles annoy me the most. Really is, because I know it has the backing, and it has Vitalik's mom involved, and it has Vic on it, and I know it's going to do great, and it already has. I mean, if I could go back and buy this over Solana, I would. I think, Solana might get some fire back, but I think it hit so hard that some of the steam is out of it, which is normal. But to me, the steam is just beginning on this bad boy. Yeah, and I think with where it's going to go, it's probably not even a bad price to get in this, but yeah, look at that. Here's your one. It's right here. Man, look at that. I mean, what a week. What a week. What a week this has had. What a month. Jeez. Yeah. Yeah, well, I think a lot in regards to the ETF. So the news, you're right. It was already built into the market for the most part over the last month. In the market, that's what drove it up. Was the hype? Was the sentiment? Was the accumulation? I mean, everything that was bought from BlackRock and Grayscale and everyone was OT over the counter, and that over the counter will dry up eventually. But they're fine right now. I mean, I think Coinbase has 40 billion, and that George Cryptos R Us thinks that'll dry up and it'll go to the spot. It may, but it depends on the demand. When customers see the volatility like this, they may either like it or they may not. Not everyone's into this volatility, right? And they have to push it to their customers. Yeah, Vitalik just has to talk about something and it drives it up. Absolutely. And, Ethereum name service, right? It's not a bad thing. And when people like newbies get into the market, they're going to look at this. It always happens, Ethereum Classic. Anything with the Ethereum name on it that is on Coinbase and buyable, they will look at that and they will want that over Ethereum at $2,600. That's the way it goes. People who don't have a ton of people have $5,000 to spend. They're not going to buy one ETH and then have $2,500. They're going to buy $1,000 worth of Ethereum name service. Not everyone, but the uneducated newbies who come in, that's what they tend to do, right? They're going to buy Bitcoin Cash or something with a Bitcoin name on it, not Bitcoin at $46,000. But they're going to and someone who comes in with $1 million or $100,000 or $50,000, they might want to do that, or they're going to want to. Your typical person has a couple $1,000s that when they're brand new, willing to risk. They're going to buy a few $100s of this or a few $1,000s of this, and look at, oh my God, I get 1,000 of these instead of one of an ETH. That's the mentality initially until they educate themselves. They'll probably get a better return on this. Truth be told, they'll get a better return probably on Ethereum Classic initially, on a short term, possibly, and maybe not on Classic, but no, they don't. They don't understand market cap, and they don't understand utility, and even though right now market cap pretty good on this, and Meta's DAO. They don't look at circulating supply. That takes a while to learn for typical people. They just listen to Ben or Cryptos R Us. Cryptos R Us not as much, but he doesn't really shill. But your typical YouTuber, Ram, Banter, and your typical people just looking to shill something, and they'll listen to them and they'll just buy in. Oh, something's a penny, I'm in, or something's $20, I'm going to buy in. I'm not going to buy in at $3,000. Yeah, they get shook out fast too. When they hit. When Ethereum gets their ass kicked, or Bitcoin, they go down to 5-10%. Maybe not Bitcoin. Maybe 3%. They don't get shaken out. You're right. But and also let's be honest. When you're new, and even some oldies, get shaken out when the market starts to crash in the middle of a bull run. To me, that is awesome. I love it. Now, the first time I witnessed that, and I was involved years and years ago, I got shaken out too, and I tried to sell, and I couldn't. The market, Coinbase crashed, but which was good. I remember trying to get out of ETH at like I think it was $1,700 or something. I couldn't. So trade did not go through. So luckily, and it popped back up. But most people get shaken out pretty quickly with that, and they get burnt out and said, "Oh my God, I just lost $1,000 on $2,000 investment. I'm out of here. I'm going back to, you know, putting it in Apple computer stock." Yes, yeah. Never gonna do that on this, right? I got a full-time job. I'm working at home, and I'm just on here to chat and talk a little bit about crypto. That's right now, and some other things, animal rights, that type of stuff. I will never shill anything. I don't get it. I don't like it. I know these guys are trying to pay their bills, but like I say, if you're a YouTuber and that is your main job, even on the animal activist side, when that is your main job, you're that's what you're doing. You need to make a living that way, and I got no issue with that. But just at least be honest about it. They should show some on-chain evidence. Yeah, it's all data and transparent. Yeah, I agree. I just don't like and the sponsors and everything, and they're like, saying like the video every 5 seconds. Like Wendy, I haven't seen her do a video forever. I don't really follow her. She annoys the hell out of me. She's smart, but I don't need to know every little thing about what she's doing and hit the like every 5 seconds and that. Ben, I will put Ben on in the background just because I need a good laugh, but I can barely listen to that Ben Armstrong anymore because I never liked him, but just the shilling and sponsors and he's a real idiot. He talks crap about everyone and horrible things, calling the head of Polkadot a pedophile and child molester, yet he'd sue anyone if they talked about him. I mean, what a big fat baby. Can't stand that guy. Yeah. I just laugh about it. It frustrates me. And I don't love the bullishness of the full-time bullishness, like someone of George, who I respect. But, I agree the way he talks in regards to DCA, and he's more heavily into Bitcoin. And he's proven to be right, and that is the truth. If someone wants to just DCA forever, but it's not life-changing wealth. If you don't have a ton of money and to invest in Bitcoin, it's not. It's not going to be life-changing wealth, period. If someone wants that, they have to do it in the lower cap or mid caps, and it's higher risk, right? You want to make money and you want to have a great investment. Bitcoin's the way. Ethereum's the way. My personal thought, better than having it in a bank account getting 3 or 4%. I just wish some of these channels were a little more nice to each other and transparent, like you said. Yep. Exactly. Got to keep smiling. Got to keep smiling. I just what really gets me is this. I never watched, but Carl the Moon. Just the shilling. Ugh. And join this. What is with all these accounts having discords and memberships, and we share this only in our memberships, in our Patreon, our membership group. You got to pay $30 a month, and I share where this is going. I turned on BitBoy for Ben for a second this morning. I had to turn it right off. He shows a list, and the guy J Chains, who runs his thing, is like, "What? You're showing a list without asking for likes and this and that?" And he's like, "Oh, yeah." He goes, "Well, I'm going to share this list in our membership groups." And it's like, oh my God. 1 second he's preaching how much of a Christian and it's a Christian channel and how they're good people, and next thing you know he's cheated on his family, his wife, he's with some girl, he's running around crazy, he's begging for money to start his channel and to save him and his wife. He leaves his wife, leaves his kids, moving to Tennessee, and he got like 300 grand from subscribers, and he used it all to like sue his former company. And he's using their money. Who's giving money to these people? Yeah, exactly. You got to do research on your own. I do have to say though, there are channels that I listen to just because and I went over on one of my videos about the YouTubers. Take it with a grain of salt. It's me just putting it out there to try to help newbies. People like you and me, we've been around, need my intel on that stuff, but I don't want to see new people get hurt. Then when they come on and they listen to these YouTubers and they take it as the word of God and they take loans and they invest in these projects and they get hurt or they win. But I ranked who I like and what they're all about. Yeah, maybe I went over 10 people or something on one of the videos just so to try to get, I don't know if anyone's going to see it except for me, but if it can help just one person not lose their ass, I'm happy. It's the only reason I'm doing this. And why not? It's entertaining to do this. I'm trying to help where I can. So Metal Mania, don't forget to send me $1 billion in Bitcoin to watch this. Yeah, I'll check them out. And my crypto journey. Yeah, there's some good ones out there, and I enjoy, getting the news from, perspective of George, and like there's crypto news I really like, and crypto bacon, I think. I can't even remember all their names, and they're on that thing I did, where I kind of ranked just a couple of them and who to be careful. I don't really rag on anyone, but I kind of, the way I ranked them is like who I personally listen to, but I do my own research. I might get coins from them and ideas. Like I never heard of Meta's DAO until I was watching an interview on Banter Show, which don't care necessarily for that show, but they get some good content. I'm not a trader, so when they start talking about trading coins, I'm out. But they've had a couple interviews and they were talking about Meta's DAO, and the next thing I know, I'm following it for $20, $109, and I didn't get in. So where are we at here? 1:30 my time. All right, I gotta do real work now. Got about 10 voicemails since I started doing this. 88 Metal Mania, you are the best. You enjoy Canada. I hope you didn't get too much crazy weather. We did, and we're getting it now. It's snowing again. We're getting 2 feet today, believe it or not. I'll try to get on later for a little recap, and I appreciate your support. I will ask you if you can like the video. That's great. If you have anyone else in the community, if you can pass it on to anyone, I would be ever so grateful. I'm doing what I can here. Just little, no fancy videos, my brother. Cheers. You're awesome, brother. I appreciate you very much. And if this channel ever takes off one day, you will be by the head of the army. Have a wonderful day, brothers and sisters. And I'll go vegan. Take care.